plays games with Steve
and Angel. All right.
I don't like the way he said that, even though I don't even remember how he said it.
Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you for real?
Are you FR?
Yes, I are. Yes, I am.
Nick, come on, stand up to him.
Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. If you don't want your identity revealed to the world.
Yes, it certainly does.
Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atmey's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity?
Atmey killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known. What was that identity he wanted to keep secret?
This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
The identity that Luke Atmey wanted to so desperately keep secret was his identity as...
That Luke Atmey wanted to keep... okay. He's a blackmailer, I think. Sure, secret was... Okay. Because someone was basically guiding Mask to Mask. Because I don't think it's an ace... The Luke Atmey wanted to switch up to keep secret was his identity as... An ace detective, Mask to Mask. Why am I getting so stumped on this one? Which one's worth killing for? Well...
You think all three of these are equally viable answers?
I'm just a little confused. Maybe we just got the facilities.
I guess so. Okay, I haven't heard Professor, so I'm not going to say anything yet.
Okay. The identity Luke Atmey wanted so desperately to keep secret was his identity as... I'm gonna say blackmailer.
I'm just like, you thought he wanted to keep secret ace detective. He literally introduced himself to you as an ace.
Oh,
and he calls himself, I'm Luke Atmey, ace detective. I'm an ace detective.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess he's not an ace detective after all. He's Mask to Mask. And then it's like, wait a second, we can't have him found guilty as being Mask to Mask because then Ron DeLite will be, suspected of murder.
And then if you look in your court record, well, no, actually, look in your court record.
Can I do that right now? Oh, I can.
Do you remember any mention of blackmail besides the blackmail letter?
Oh, that Damascus, like he's been
directed by
blackmail. Yeah.
Anyway.
Luke Atmey was a blackmailer.
But don't tell anyone I'm an ace detective.
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying?
Yeah, normally you just start doing Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
So
This is serious now, Steven. You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atmey. Are you saying that Atmey was blackmailing someone else on top of that?
You have to admit, that does sound a little odd.
It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey. But Ron DeLite was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So, did you start to receive blackmail letters starting after this incident?
Yes, just a few days after the TRM heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans.
Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Ron DeLite was actually Mask to Mask.
That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. DeLite steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atmey. So take a look at me now.
Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear.
What is?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year.
Wow.
Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong?
How did you?
You say that I, Luke Atmey, was blackmailing Rhonda Light?
Are you saying, like, was it the same teacher that, jumped to conclusions that he stole
Yeah, that
money?
shithead teacher who wanted to crucify you? Yeah. In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask to Mask.
Well, yes.
Rhonda Light started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise.
In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. During the first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Rhonda Light was Mask to Mask?
The first crime, how did Luke Atmey know that Rhonda Light?
Rhonda Light. I'm surprised, with as many Wilcoisms and all that we've done, and with a character named Rhonda Light, how have we not once?
Delightful.
About his first heist, garden photo is Rhonda Light. So I need to prove during the first time, how did Luke Atmey know that Rhonda Light was Mask to Mask? I assume because he had thrown his costume in the trash. About first heist, garden photo is Rhonda Light. They just say it. Press the A button for details because they were there together. Time of death. Profiles on the table. Okay. How did he know? Like, I don't. Do I have the costume or anything? Let's suppose. Shot a Mask to Mask striking a pose. Received by Maya Faye. How did Luke Atmey know? I'm gonna use on blah blah. Found in the KB security building. Found in his room. Security from scared to accidentally press B. Camera data. It's a calling card. How did he know? Like, I'm pulling the most precious work. Did you do so? Okay. Magatama. Ron's testimony. For the masked second heist on, he was sealing asteroid by blackmail letters. Received from Rhonda Light himself. This is the buzzer. These are all the. How to Look at me know that Rhonda Light was Mask to Mask. Okay, so I mean, I want to present the idea because I remember that he said he did the switcheroo and like just threw his costume away in the trash here in this moment. Is like just presenting that enough, or is that jumping to conclusions? People. A flashy thief who steals valuable works of art. Send a calling card before the heist. An ace detective, he has acknowledged that he is in fact Mask.
Hey, don't tell him I'm an ace detective!
God.
Erase that from my profile, please!
Sorry. I was thinking more about like his reputation, not the fact that he is an ace detective. Just like, I don't know. I'm just, ugh. Claims he is Mask to Mask, used to work as a guard for KB security. Rhonda Light's wife hates crime. Picked up Rhonda Light's wallet while working on the night of the crime. He knew from to suggest like during the first crime. How did Look at Me know that Rhonda Light was a Mask to Mask? How did he know? CEO of security. How did Look at Me know? CEO of KB security. His body was found inside the safe. How did he know? I mean, I have an idea. It's about like that moment in the photo. I'm just not sure. I just want to know how to get to that point. So, Professor, can I have a hint, please?
Angel, you're dreading years of my life force by getting exactly the right answer immediately and then completely second guessing yourself.
Dude, just do it. Just do it.
Okay.
The worst thing that can happen is we lose that HP. It's fine, but you're absolutely right.
Take that.
Okay. I'm just worried that no, you needed this so you can get to that
Just
point.
do
You're
it.
getting
and if you get it
to.
wrong,
Okay.
it's fine. It's not like it's life or death. It's fine.
It is annoying when you're like, what are you doing? And it's like, well, I don't know how to get to that point, but this is what I'm thinking.
What do you mean? What are you doing?
Yeah, just like why would you suggest that? I don't know.
It was funny when you suggested that Desiree Delight was the murderer.
I don't know.
I gotta admit, it was kind of funny. But take that. Sorry, I think I see it.
See what?
When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. A big douchebag gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention.
In detention?
And,
well, what do you mean?
Detention.
This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Ron DeLight in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket.
That sounds far too stupid to be true.
No, it's not. It's just like the jingle. Mr. Bucket, put your costume in my mouth.
What?
Mr. Bucket.
Put your costume in my mouth.
What is that from?
Mr. Bucket. It's a toy commercial.
Oh.
Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. Shh.
Shut up.
And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atmey. That's when you learned that under his mask to mask was.
What the wasn't there supposed to be mask to mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even a detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud! Trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why you? How dare you expose me like that? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also mask to mask. Why can't you both understand that?
No, use a bitch.
Use a bitch.
I'm afraid you are neither a
In
proud.
grade school, you was a bitch.
I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity.
Why you? How dare you even dare to say why don't you do exactly yourself? Big mouth of yours. You're all fools, I say. No, you can recommend my ideas. You're just jealous. So go, desecrate me, commemorate me. There's nothing great games that never cannot handle blackmail, murder, threats. I'll get away with all of it. It's enough to make one laugh.
Oh my god.
Drink some water.
It would seem we finally gotten to the real answer.
That was quite a performance by Mr. Atmey.
And SungWon Cho.
Yeah.
Bailiff, please prepare a cell for Mr. Atmey.
Objection.
This is like my 25th.
I gotta piss so bad. The hammer that strikes too fast has no time to aim.
What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my sentence.
Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. Pulls out a big hammer.
You don't get much more in your face than that.
It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough, Mr. Trite.
Where do you...
It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atmey was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder.
That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull.
But there's still one thing you have yet to prove.
What's that?
Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB Security, then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered.
No. No way!
Order in the court! Well, Mr. Wright?
This is it. This is the final round. I have to prove that Atmey was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night.
But can you really prove that?
That's long enough, Mr. Trite. I want to hear your answer.
That night, Luke Atmey was at KB Security And the defense?
I don't know that I can prove it right now. They were at I can't prove it right now.
I can't prove it.
Just as I thought.
But if we hear more of Detective Atmey's testimony...
Objection! Unfortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. This is as far as you go.
What do you mean?
I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean.
What?
Have you forgotten? Luke Atmey is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for this witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as mask to mask.
No.
Yes.
Well now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all.
Wow, love wins. Wow, love wins.
I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rhonda Lights will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
I was just admitting it.
Yeah, I'm owning it now. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness.
I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is...
Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and...
By then, it'll be too late.
Huh? Why?
Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law.
Double jeopardy?
Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, that defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts, and it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else.
Mr. Atmey will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask to mask, which means...
You will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned.
No way.
The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atmey's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer.
God.
Down with the Phoenix. Get up with the down with the Phoenix. Oh, wow. We're already at this sprite.
Oh.
God, it's only the second case in this game, and I've already been driven to this point. Now, there's nothing I could possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atmey, will go free.
You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today, and as long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objections? Can we go home? Stop by Golden Corral? We good?
Why does everybody like Golden Corral here?
Then I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atmey.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Objection! I think I see it. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result.
How did you?
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it
Oh,
gets.
sorry. Take it, Angel.
That voice. No way.
She's right to my right,
Wow.
isn't she?
Did
Long-
her sprite change a little bit?
No, it's the same.
Oh.
Long time no see, Phoenix.
Maya.
Mia.
Mia. Maya.
Mia.
This is the true power of the Kodai channeling technique. And that it's really Maya who's standing in it before me. But right now, she's my mentor, Mia Fey.
Now, let's do this.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go, Phoenix.
But there's nothing more we can do, Mia.
Now, I get from a design standpoint why they make it look like Mia, because it's funny and but it would be kind of cool if it were like Maya, but just like a very different posture.
Yeah.
If it wasn't literally like, oh, it transforms into
Yeah.
Or like if it's Pearl, but like Pearl just looks really like, like serious or whatever.
It's like a cartoon.
No, I get it. I like it, but I'm just thinking, it would be kind of fun to see, like, if it weren't that. Anyway.
Yeah, just pantomiming.
Just had that thought.
Gesture. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine.
Not yet. The testimony's not over yet.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today.
Yes, that's true, but...
Unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks.
Well, now, Sir Lawyer, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. Mwah! I am the ace detective as well as mask to mask. My verdict will verify that. Just as Rhonda Lights will verify that he's the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Shush.
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever.
Very well. Then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor?
Is something the matter, Mr. Godo?
Nothing.
Oh, Sir Lawyer, it looks like you're one step too late. If you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, Luke at gmail.com.
Let's hear it.
Huh?
It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination.
Mr. Godo, what are you... Very well then, Luke Atmey. I'll allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks.
The defense would like to hear why you declare the defendant to be the true murderer.
So please give us one last bit of testimony.
Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance.
Yes, Chief.
That kind of looks newish, but
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like look at me and it's like, I thought you were my friend, Mr. Godo.
I thought we were besties. Indeed, it is true that... Oh, wait, no, this is new, right?
Yeah.
I thought he said this.
No,
Is this new? Okay.
Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request.
Yeah, this is all new.
Hey, this is new.
I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. I did so many crimes. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Savary! Therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy.
This testimony actually seems to hold up pretty well.
Save.
Oh, doop. Save.
Your game.
Yes. Save game.
I'm going to give you a heads up.
Uh-huh.
You cannot press the wrong statement.
Oh.
Anyway.
The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? The police investigation documents went directly through me. And I always look over all the documents. It's elementary, Sir Lawyer.
Grr.
Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, Sir Lawyer?
I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Sir Lawyer.
Yes, Your Honor. Why is everyone calling me that?
We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance.
Hang on a sec. Just one chance?
Ha! It seems that the party's about to begin.
Well, Phoenix,
There isn't any evidence that contradicts with that testimony.
so it would seem.
What do you mean, so it would seem?
Listen, Phoenix, pointing out contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, This is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it.
Cup number 17. The last cup. It seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial.
I have to find a fatal contradiction in this testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Which means all I can do is find the contradictory remark and press it.
Remember, you only get one chance.
Remember, you only get one chance. And she like puts like a finger up, like really close to the camera. Like, what?
One chance.
Yeah.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination.
Everyone just like imagine MIP.
Save right here,
Smiley.
since we're at this point anyway. Maybe press, you have to press A.
The last test of Moni. What if I actually pressed minus?
Well, we saved. It'd just be vaguely annoying.
Saved game.
All right. We gotta press. We gotta press. David.
Right.
Press David. We have to
After
press
these
and way.
messages will
It
be
is
pressed right. Big.
It's true that I was not at Lord E. Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Why? The victim would have left prints if it sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask and mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter? The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Somebody, that's all the evidence that points to it. Well, obviously I didn't press that one. Okay. Okay. Victim had left prints if it sounded. Oh my god, this is so slow. Okay. Thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Okay, hold on. Ron's wallet found in the KB security building at around 1 a.m. the night of the crime. It was received from Larry Butts. Found in the wallet used on October 12th, the night of the crime. Evidence received from Larry Butts. So I want to say it's this one. Because how the fuck does he know that when Larry Butts had the wallet?
Thanks to the keycard model, is abundantly clear that he was there. Well, these are things that have been
they've been presented
in court.
So it's not this one. Thanks to the keycard model, it was abundantly clear.
However, you're on the right train of thought of like something that. How would he know?
Yeah, it's like a slip of a tongue.
Yeah, it's something that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not this one. Maybe. Thanks to the keycard and wallet. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Okay, that is... hold on. It only sounded once. Buzzer record. The buzzer went off once at one of him in the CEO's office. This we got. Buzzer record. Is this public knowledge?
Yes.
Okay. On this testimony from Damas' second eyes on, he was sealing a strike by blackmail letters. The buzzer went off only once. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Left prints if he sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. This... Maybe it's this, because we didn't find out until this court. That was not public info, so I think it's this one.
Hold it! Mr. Atmey, about this last remark.
Objection! You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement.
I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godo.
Ooh. What?
Mr. Atmey, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder.
How can you say that?
Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atmey? The button did not have any fingerprints on it.
Do his voice as Phoenix.
Oh.
Do Phoenix doing an Atmey impression.
The button did not have oh no, maybe that's too good. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct?
I'm not Waluigi. Indeed, that's
Are you sure? I don't know. Looking at that
That's
nose.
what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof.
How did you know it was me? Oh no, they found you out. Time to go.
Let's get out of here.
More like your deductions prove that you're a fool.
I'm sorry, whatever do you mean?
For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty.
Oh.
He says, looking at Ron Delight's penis.
Looking at his yeah.
When exactly did we learn the fact that Ron Delight was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime?
That was,
It was just a few hours ago. Oh, yeah, Angel? You did it! You did it! You did it! Back when my sixth cup was... Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare.
Oh, has anyone been counting how many times that Sprite has happened? Was it actually 17?
Oh, the cups?
Oh,
Yeah.
he's way past 17. Yeah.
No, I don't know if he's had 7.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not.
Like when the cups slide into frame.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't-
it's not 17 times.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd have been great.
would be.
Someone's talking, just cuts to the Godo sprite of him just getting another cup. Sorry, you gotta keep track.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go, Angel. So,
Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up until now.
that's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning.
And you said it in front of the whole school. Look at me.
Therefore, the only people who should have known this are those who have been watching this trial.
yeah.
Do you understand now, Detective Atmey? There's no way that you should have known about that!
Ooh.
You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Yerk. Well,
Objection! Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand.
Objection! And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask to Mask outfit. There is one and only one way for Detective Atmey to have found that out.
only one.
One way, you say.
Please remember, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony.
When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there.
The Phantom Blot.
For a second, my client witnessed the real killer.
Objection! But Mr. Delight never saw him. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atmey.
Objection! It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head.
Just what are you implying?
Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to follow that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight.
Impossible. Meaningless.
Oh.
Enhanced. just like how Luke Atmey's always in that pose. So I just imagine Luke Atmey walking up to a Ron Delight going like, and just that hand just chops.
No.
Just a pimp slap.
Diamond Ring Stunner.
Detective Atmey, you saw Master Mash? You saw Mask. It was a graveyard mask. You saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Was that an earthquake?
Better check Twitter.
Yeah. I was going to do an optic blast.
Behold, optic blast.
Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. Boring.
Your breakdown today is not as fun as the breakdown.
Yeah, it could be better. It was a little mid.
But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time.
What an awfully complicated incident.
You're telling me.
Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atmey, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atmey tried to frame Ron Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask to Mask in order to escape his true crime.
And to that end, he came up with this plan. To use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi.
Hello.
At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth.
That sounds like a Yoshi.
Hello. Hello.
Excuse me.
I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer.
Don't ignore me.
Oh, I didn't realize you were there.
Why wouldn't he?
About the verdict.
I know. You never committed any murder.
That's right. I'm so glad you understand that. But I really am Master Mask.
Huh?
So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy?
Now that you mention it.
I've been careless.
Careless? What do you think, Mia?
Oh, should I have taken that? Sorry.
That's no big deal. I forgot. As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then,
Well, Angel can take
Oh,
it
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Then Mask to Mask is really innocent?
for now, it would seem so.
For now.
Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty. All right, let's go to Golden Corral already. Come on.
Is that something I could steal?
No.
Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, that isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still have Mask to Mask after all.
Please.
Where'd everybody go?
They turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Hello?
You did it, Nick.
Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days.
Oh?
I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. Ow.
Ow.
But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of lost these days.
You mean about becoming the master of the Kodine channeling school?
Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother.
You mean Misty Faye?
Watch over her, will you, Phoenix?
Of course.
Well then, see you around.
Huh? Wait, come back.
Oh no.
No! It's like the Spider-Man.
Maya's
Yeah.
body's still there. Yeah. But Maya's body's still there.
Still there,
So it's like, ow.
What's wrong with you?
Mia.
Mia. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say.
Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Pushes him.
Ow, ow.
Everyone's got to stop pushing each other.
Stop pushing me. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all that happened.
Anyone can see.
Come on, just be happy already.
Maya.
You've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as mask to mask to boot.
Yeah, he got off real good.
Yeah.
He's totally exonerated.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? Well, what do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming mask to mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. I did it for her, and it's like
The Maggie Simpson.
Yeah. You mean?
Oh, sorry. You mean your wife, Desiree?
She hates criminals more than anything.
Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she?
She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure.
So that's why you became mask to mask.
Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick?
Right.
Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it.
I can? Wish you would check with me first.
All right, what are you gonna present? Okay.
You know what? Even a bowl is broken. There's always a way to put it back together.
What do you present?
I mean the metaphor, right? Right? Broken and repaired, right? This is what
Take that! Metaphors, Ron.
the sacred urn. Tessie was the one who found this.
He's like, I don't want this. Drops on the ground, smashes it.
Stupid.
This is Uggo.
Phoenix just turns to Maya. It's like, why did we have this on us anyway?
Yeah.
Desiree, your wife, she always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are.
Ms. Delight.
You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you?
Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really mask to mask either.
Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you?
Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast, there's no way they could ever get away.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals?
Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective.
I see.
My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them. Like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous.
Chivalrous?
I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement.
And chills.
Chills. The Desi.
Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you?
Nicky boy,
Yes?
I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us.
And the fact that you accuse me.
Oh, well, I'm glad you forget that part. Take care of yourself.
You too, Nicky boy.
I can feel my face going red.
Mr. Nick, Mr. Maya, congratulations!
Talk about bad timing.
Mr. Nick, how could you, with another man's wife, in front of Mr. Maya?
No!
I'll never forgive you! Pearl punch!
Wasted. So just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousnness. Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together. I know that's not true. I mean, just look.
Oh.
Aww.
Yay! Yay!
Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before.
Yay!
We did it.
That means it's okay that I broke it.
Tiki.
Because it was a metaphor.
Double jeopardy.
Hooray!
The stolen turnabout.
Next episode, recipe for turnabout.
Ooh, delicious.
Save that
Suffocate.
Yeah.
Nah.
And that's good. Do it. Went a little.
Let's look at the
Press one. What's under that text box? Press one.
My goodness.
Oh, another button.
What's at the top left?
That's mask to mask.
And Luke Atmey.
Oh,
That was like the illustration of Luke Atmey commission back. Look, it's me and Mask to Mask.
Aren't we handsome?
We're rivals.
Yeah. We're rivals.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed episode 2, Trials and Tribulations.
And I hope you're hungry for tomorrow.
Yeah. Eat your turnabout, Professor.